In this video, I'm going to take a look at the new LMG that came with the Apocalypse DLC. Now, it might look as though this LMG is called the IMG 08, however it is not, it is called the LMG 08 and it is a lowercase l. I made this mistake a few days ago when I was doing some research for this video. The L stands for Luftgekühlt or some word like that in German. I haven't got a clue. Some German speakers might be able to help me out down in the comments below and leave a nice easy pronunciation in English for this word. But anyway, it is known as the LMG. It is a lowercase l. LMG 08, not IMG 08. That being said, in this video I'm going to take a closer look at the weapon, compare it to a few in class, and try and work out how good it is. I can tell you as a spoiler, this weapon is damn good already, and as you can tell from some of the gameplay in the background that only took me a few games to pick up, this weapon is incredibly good at taking out multiple enemies at once, and pretty much has replaced the Parabellum as my go-to weapon in the class. So let's start off with some statistics. The max damage of this weapon is 28 up to 11 meters. This then drops off harshly to 21 damage at 35 meters, meaning you're going to be hitting a 4-shot kill at close range and then looking at more of a 5-shot kill at those longer ranges. The time to kill is 302 milliseconds at close range, and we will compare this to other guns later on in the video. And as I mentioned, you've got that 4-bullet kill up to 12 meters, meaning you're going to be dealing a whole load of damage in CQB. This can be expected, however, as you have a 600 round per minute rate of fire, which is very, very fast for a 100 round magazine weapon with this much power. You also have an 870 meters per second bullet velocity. Let's compare the Suppressive versus the low weight, as you do get two variants with this weapon. The Suppressive has a much lower first shot spread multiplier when hip firing or aiming down sight. The low weight has a lot faster recoil decrease, slightly less spread increase per shot when aiming down sight, and a much faster spread decrease and less spread increase per shot when hip firing. A lot of complicated stuff there, but basically you're going to have a far easier time with the recoil when using the low weight, and I would only suggest using the Suppressive if you plan on bipodding. That being said, if you do enjoy bipodding with a weapon, this is probably not the best weapon for you. I think you might be better off using the M1917 LMG if that's something that you want to do. Now, this weapon has the same fire rate as the BAR, with a 67% faster recoil decrease, better vertical recoil than even the BAR Storm, and of course you get 100 rounds in the magazine. That's so many rounds for a weapon like this. When compared to the Parabellum, I think it's fair to compare the Parabellum low weight with the LMG low weight. I think that these two guns are really butting horns and going head to head for best 100 round magazine weapon in class. The Parabellum has a fire rate of 700, which is faster than the 600 of the LMG. It also manages less recoil and a lower first shot spread multiplier. Now, when I say less recoil, that's just in the statistics and looking at vertical recoil. The LMG benefits from less horizontal recoil, and this is a real benefit. The horizontal recoil is something I really don't enjoy dealing with on the Parabellum, and it often forces me to relocate or bipod. Overall, I would say that the LMG is an easier weapon to control and use when compared to the Parabellum, but you still benefit from a fast-firing, high magazine capacity LMG. With a 259 millisecond time to kill at immediately close range, the Parabellum is faster than the LMG, which, as I mentioned earlier, can only manage a 302 millisecond time to kill. This basically means that if you're in very close range for some reason with a Parabellum and the other guy has an LMG, you will beat him with that Parabellum if you hit your shots. It fires faster and will deal more damage in that short space of time at the close ranges. That trend continues through all the ranges as the Parabellum's faster fire rate enables it to kill faster in all scenarios. That being said, the rounds are far harder to connect in succession, meaning you might actually be better off in a lot of situations with the slightly slower firing LMG. You're going to be hitting your shots with the LMG 08, whilst with the Parabellum, that horizontal recoil is going to make it very difficult to line up shot after shot, especially when holding left mouse button. The recoil does get slightly unpredictable on the LMG 0818 with those longer bursts, even when you are on the bipod. As I mentioned before, if you're looking to bipod and hold down that left mouse button and do a lot of damage at players at that medium range, the M1917 MG is far better. The slower rate of fire does hold it back slightly, but you do have a fairly consistent recoil pattern when bipoded. It makes the gun a lot easier to use. Overall, I would say that LMG 0818 shreds if you enjoy playing run and gun aggressive play with the support class. It is amazing fun at that close to mid range, and for me is slightly easier to use than the Parabellum. Switch it up between the Parabellum and the LMG and work out which one you prefer. As I say, I like using the new guns in the class, especially as they come out with the new DLC. I always unlock them, check them out and see if they're any good, and the LMG is certainly a gun that I'm going to be using a whole lot. Use the low weight over the suppressive unless you are planning to bipod, and as I said, if you are planning to bipod, there are other weapons in class which do a far better job than the LMG suppressive. This was only a short video looking at the new LMG. As I said, I've got some gameplay in the background that showcases how good this gun is. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy using it and whether you are taking this gun over the Parabellum or any other gun in class. Thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy it, leave a like down below, and I'll catch you in the next video.
That's an enemy scout.